What is up everybody, I'm hoping you're all well. It is me once again back with another movie review, and we are reviewing Disney Pixar's latest installment into the Toy Story franchise, or should I say universe, because they seem to be taking a different approach with this movie. But is this going to be a step into the right direction and to continue this franchise in new and exciting ways, or is this going to be a shameless cash grab from the House of Mouse? Well, that's what we're here to talk about, guys, so without any further delay, let's talk about it. Lightyear. So Lightyear is the latest Disney Pixar movie and the latest installment into the Toy Story franchise. However, it goes down a different route this time as it tells the story of the Space Ranger that inspired the toy. In this movie we see legendary Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear on a desperate quest to save his friends from a mysterious threat, joined only by a ragtag group of rookies and his robot companion Socks. And that's really the only description I'm going to give you guys, because the movie has so much more going for it in terms of story. Like, that's basically the sum up of the plot. This movie has a lot going for it, and enough to keep you interested. There's a lot of very exciting action sequences, there's a lot of great character development, a lot of good humour, and a lot of feel-good moments. Basically, this brings the usual charm that you've come to expect from a Disney Pixar film. The animation is absolutely stunning, the characters are all lovable, and this movie boasts some pretty exciting action sequences. Chris Evans also does a fantastic job of jumping into the role of Buzz Lightyear after being portrayed previously by Tim Allen in the other movies. He brings his unique charm, energy, and charisma to the role, generally making it feel like his own without disrespecting the previous iteration that came beforehand for the beloved character. He also brings us a side to Buzz that we've never really seen before, a more vulnerable side. It makes him feel more real, which I suppose makes sense considering it's supposed to be a real person as opposed to the toy. He did a really great job in this movie, and I can't say I hated his performance. It was very energetic, he brought the character to life incredibly well, and he made him very likeable and lovable, just as he was in the previous films. The rest of the supporting cast all do a great job as well, bringing their own energy to the characters they're portraying, which include Keke Palmer, Taika Waititi, James Brolin, but the character that honestly stole the majority of the laughs in this movie for me was the robot companion of Socks, voiced by Peter Son, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Socks was honestly the biggest highlight of this movie for me. From the deadpan and robotic delivery to the perfectly timed comedic moments, honestly, I loved this character. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was genuinely scared it was going to be that annoying comic relief character that was purely there to make quips during some of the darker moments, to make them feel more light-hearted, but no, it was a genuinely delightful character, expertly portrayed by Peter Son's brilliant vocal work. And while the movie does a great job of fleshing out Buzz Lightyear's character as well as rookie Izzy Hawthorne, it does mean that some of the other supporting characters are pushed to the side and aren't fleshed out enough to the point where I can really care about them. They are still somewhat entertaining and they do have their own little moments to shine in the movie. However, because I didn't really get a chance to latch onto them, I didn't really find that they impacted much on the story overall. I didn't outright hate the characters, the great vocal performances made sure of that. They do make the characters likeable. I just felt they were pushed to the background a little bit too much, to the point where I didn't really find myself caring all that much about them by the movie's end. I also liked how they portrayed Zurg in this movie, making him feel like a genuinely menacing threat, and while I wasn't necessarily a big fan of the new way they took the character in this film as compared to the original way that they set it up in Toy Story 2, I can't take that away from the overall movie because I do feel like this is set in its own sort of universe rather than the Toy Story universe, although it does kind of say that it's in the Toy Story universe somehow, and trying not to spoil how it's in the Toy Story universe. It wasn't a bad twist by any means, and it does kind of make sense in the way this story was progressing, but it would have been very interesting if they'd have incorporated the actual lore of Zurg into this movie that was set up in Toy Story 2. Overall though guys, I have to say I did really enjoy this movie. I didn't think I would, I didn't have many high expectations for the film, it wasn't a movie anyone was really asking for, but I can't say I left the movie disappointed. It is a very exciting sci-fi action adventure featuring some great performances. With it being a Disney Pixar movie, you get the usual charm, humour and feel-good moments that you've come to expect from their movies. The animation is great, the score definitely helped emphasise the more tense action sequences, also taking a moment to be more somber during the more emotional parts. It did a great job of bringing a new version to the character that we've not really seen before, whilst also respecting the portrayal that came in the previous Toy Story movies. It was just a genuine good time all around that I feel that adults and kids will all enjoy, and so for all those reasons I have to give Lightyear 4 stars. So, Lightyear, have you guys seen it yet? What did you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section below. Alternatively, you can also check out my review for this movie on Letterboxd. I'll leave a link to my profile in the description box below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching, you guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.